Art supplies imports, craft materials, customs clearance, import compliance. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be discussing an important topic for importers importing art supplies and craft materials into the USA. Art supplies and craft materials are essential for artists and crafters, and understanding the customs requirements and regulations is crucial for a smooth import process. So, let's dive in and explore the comprehensive guide to importing art supplies and craft materials into the USA. Research import regulations and restrictions before importing art supplies and craft materials into the USA. Conduct thorough research on the specific import regulations and restrictions that may apply. Certain materials, such as certain types of paints or adhesives, may have restrictions due to their hazardous nature. Harmonized System HS Code classification. Proper classification under the Harmonized System HS Code is crucial for customs purposes. Accurate classification of art supplies and craft materials ensures compliance with customs regulations and determines the applicable duties, taxes, and additional requirements. Documentation requirements. Accurate and complete customs documentation is necessary for importing art supplies and craft materials. This includes commercial invoices, packing lists, certificates of origin, product specifications, safety data sheets, and any other required documentation specified by customs authorities. Compliance with safety standards. Art supplies and craft materials imported into the USA must comply with safety standards. Ensure that the products meet the required safety certifications, labeling standards, and other relevant regulatory requirements. Customs valuation and duty calculation. Proper customs valuation is crucial for calculating the applicable duties and taxes when importing art supplies and craft materials. The customs value includes the cost of goods, shipping charges, insurance, and any other applicable expenses. Packaging and labeling requirements. Art supplies and craft materials should be appropriately packaged and labeled to meet customs regulations and safety standards. Ensure compliance with packaging and labeling requirements, such as accurate and detailed labeling of ingredients, handling instructions, and any necessary hazard warnings. Compliance with waste and environmental regulations. Adhere to waste management and environmental regulations when importing art supplies and craft materials. Properly dispose of packaging materials and follow relevant environmental regulations and sustainability practices. Intellectual property rights protection. Protect intellectual property rights when importing art supplies and craft materials. Ensure that the products comply with trademarks, copyrights, or design patents and respect the intellectual property of others. Collaboration with a customs broker. Working with a licensed customs broker experienced in importing art supplies and craft materials can facilitate compliance with customs regulations. Customs brokers can guide you through the classification process, handle documentation, and ensure compliance with import procedures. Import permits and licensing. Certain art supplies and craft materials may require special import permits or licenses. Research and obtain any necessary permits or licenses required by the destination country to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Compliance audits and record-keeping. Maintain accurate records of the importation process, including all customs documentation such as invoices, permits, certifications, safety data sheets, and any additional required documentation. Retain these records for the specified period as customs authorities may conduct audits or request documentation. Product testing and certifications. Some art supplies and craft materials may require product testing and certifications to meet safety or quality standards. Ensure compliance with relevant certifications such as ASTM standards or product-specific certifications as required. Collaboration with suppliers and manufacturers. Establish strong partnerships with reputable suppliers and manufacturers of art supplies and craft materials. Work closely with them to ensure compliance with safety standards, quality control, and regulatory requirements. Monitoring regulatory changes. Stay updated on changes in customs regulations and requirements for importing art supplies and craft materials. Monitor regulatory updates and adjust import and resale processes accordingly to remain compliant with changing regulations. Collaboration with art organizations and associations. Join art organizations and associations to stay informed about the latest trends, regulations, and best practices in the industry. These associations provide valuable resources, networking opportunities, and industry insights specific to the art supplies and craft materials sector. Compliance with health and safety standards. Ensure compliance with health and safety standards specific to art supplies and craft materials. This includes adherence to regulations regarding toxic substances, flammability, labeling requirements, and safe handling practices. Collaboration with local retailers. Collaborate with local retailers or distributors who specialize in art supplies and craft materials. Establish partnerships to gain insights into local market needs, preferences, and regulatory requirements. Continuous education and industry knowledge. Stay informed about developments in the art supplies and craft materials industry. Continuously educate yourself on new products, emerging technologies, market trends, and industry regulations through industry publications, trade shows, and networking. Collaboration with customs authorities. Maintain open communication and collaboration with customs authorities. Seek clarification on regulations, requirements, or any specific issues related to the importation of art supplies and craft materials. Handling fees and customs duties. Be prepared to pay handling fees and customs duties associated with the customs procedures for importing art supplies and craft materials. Set a budget and ensure prompt payment to avoid delays or penalties. Collaboration with logistics providers. Work with reliable logistics providers to ensure efficient transportation and delivery of the imported art supplies and craft materials. Proper handling, storage, and transport are crucial to maintain the quality and integrity of the materials. Compliance with ethical sourcing. Ensure ethical sourcing practices when importing art supplies and craft materials. Promote fair trade principles, responsible sourcing, and adherence to labor rights to meet the expectations of socially conscious consumers. Collaboration with art and craft communities. Collaborate with artists, crafters, and makers in the art and craft community to understand their needs and preferences. Stay connected with the community to identify emerging trends and customer demands. Thank you for joining us in this comprehensive guide on customs procedures for importing art supplies and craft materials. Compliance with customs regulations is crucial for a smooth import process. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos, where we provide more valuable insights on customs brokerage. Until next time. Remember to watch our upcoming videos to gain more valuable insights into customs brokerage and international trade. Thank you for tuning in.